got a camera here. We got cameras everywhere. We're trying to keep our eyes focused on everything.
Denise is here now.
Hi. Hello, hello. We're waiting for more people to show. Come on, come on, come on.
Mr. O and that thing.
Hey, Latrice, come on in.
So I'm gonna cut the music now.
Welcome, welcome, welcome. Hey.
Patio talk.
Welcome.
Take that out.
Well, welcome, you guys. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Welcome to Patio Talks. Okay. Where you're going to be entertained. We're going to talk about relationship, marriages, blended children, all sorts of things. We're going to talk about it. We're going to talk about it. We've been setting up all day. We got equipment everywhere, cameras everywhere, and I don't even know where to look. I got a cameraman right here. Hey, we got a camera over here, and it's just everywhere, y'all. So we just trying to get used to doing all this. Get okay. So anywho, we're gonna be talking about what today?
Talking about people. Are people ready? Are people ready for weddings?
You sound like the speaker.
Not marriage. So what does that really mean?
Hey,
Are people
guys.
ready for weddings, not marriage? So a lot of people, what they do, they tend to do is they start focusing on the wedding, but then when it's time for the marriage, what happens?
Well, a lot of people don't be focused on the marriage. You know, that's what they were saying, that it's so many people. Hey, you guys, come on through, show us love, like all that. We need that. We're gonna be just talking about marriage and marriage and the wedding. You know, a lot of people are so set up for the wedding. Hello, hello, hello. So many people are set up for the wedding and not the marriage. You know, so many people are. Of course, you're excited. You want to put your money into some things, get your dress, get all that. I get it, but hello. It's just a lot of work, so we're just going to talk about that because a lot of people are getting divorced and they're getting married for this big shebang and then turn around and get a divorce after you just spent all this money.
Now y'all both broke.
So are you ready for the wedding or are you ready for
What's up, DB?
the marriage? That's what we're gonna be on today. Well, we might be talking about everything, y'all. Hey, everyone. I've got cameras everywhere. I'm trying to stay focused on each one. My husband probably just gonna stare at that one, but there's other cameras set up. How y'all doing? Welcome.
You kind of said it like I got a one-track mind. I can only focus on one thing at a time.
No. Hi, come on in. We need your love. Come on. Give us your love and the energy. Come on through.
All right, so look, check it out. The wedding, that's the easy part. The wedding is easy. Well, I can't even say easy because for women it's probably a lot harder. Because we know that I did what? I just showed up. Just showed up in that thing. Like, let's get it.
He was just like, do whatever. It's up to you. What's up? It's up to you. But it was a lot. So we're gonna just hit on that real quick. Are you ready for the wedding or the marriage? Are you ready for the wedding or the marriage? A lot of people get so caught up in the wedding, and it's work, boo boo. It's work. After you say I do, it's work. Then you have some people just feel like it's just a little piece of paper. That ain't nothing. It is something. It is. It ain't just for the government and for them. It's something for you, your God, whoever you serve. That was something sacred for you. Your covenant for you and your mate. So that was it. So hey, how you doing? So with that all being said and done, I just think with the wedding, it's a lot of money put into that to feed other people. Look, you paying folks to come see you have your big shebang. This your Oscar moment to walk down the aisle. I get it. I done it. I made sure I didn't pay a lot of money on it, but I did a reasonable amount. but I knew it was going to be a lot of work afterwards. How y'all doing? Come on through.
Then,
come
but
on.
after that, not only that, like these people, some of these people be talking about you at the wedding.
At the wedding, while you walking down the aisle, they be like, "Look at, how long they gonna stay together?"
Mr. Wilson, what's up, brother?
How long they gonna look? And we paid for them to come eat and come celebrate with us, and they got the nerves. They just show up for all that. So the people just coming because you open doors to them, and this is your big shebang. And then afterwards, are they there to help you make it work? It's you and that person. You know, you're gonna be working real hard on that. Is it the wedding or the marriage?
The wedding or the marriage. That's what a lot of people don't realize, man. The wedding is I'm not gonna say it's an easy thing. 'Cause I know with women, y'all put a lot of time and effort
We do.
into the wedding. Such as dresses. You gotta have the right dress. Gotta have the right shoes. Gotta have 5 outfits to go here, there, whatever.
We don't need all that now.
But that's what it appears to me. Anyhow, but the dudes, we get a tux. You give us a date, give us a time, give us a tux. Where to pick it up, where to return it, we good. But the work starts after the wedding. When you get married, everybody want to say they're married till it's time to put their work in.
Right. Well, we have a lot of people who don't really take the vows seriously. Yeah.
Yeah. That's the thing though, DB. That's what I was saying earlier. After the honeymoon phase, it's real.
Right.
It gets so real. Then a lot of couples.
But you have a lot of honeymoon phases,
True.
When you're dating, it's all exciting. You talk on the phone for a long time. And then, you get engaged. You talk about that and excited. So I think even in marriage periods, a lot of honeymoons.
Do you remember one of our honeymoon stages?
Because
we're going to keep it all the way 100. We're going to keep it real.
We had several of them. I just think you should have those things and then go back into the play on, which is real life. But yes, I do want to answer his question. But yes, right after, people don't take their vows seriously because did you take them seriously when you walked down that aisle?
Probably not.
Did you think it was serious when you was doing this? Did you say, I'm just going to play a wife and you play a husband. Let's just play. This is serious. This is some real work. I know you take your job serious to go get your check your marriage. Take your marriage seriously. I don't get that. Like people go to work and do work hard for the man, but come home and don't work hard at all. They kids is doing all type of stuff. You got to put in work. It's work. It's work dealing with your kids. It's work with dealing at the workplace. It's work with driving. You got to keep your eyes on the road. Make sure you don't run over nobody. Look at the stoplights. It's work, boo. I feel like it's going to be about
the marriage. That's Miss Phillips.
Hi.
Miss K. Phillips. But yeah, it's definitely going to be about the marriage. And then, like I was saying, like, do you remember one of our honeymoon stages? Listen, a lot of times us guys, I can't speak for a woman because I'm not a woman. And I would not dare speak for a woman.
Hi, you guys.
But listen, I remember a time when we was dating. When you date, man, you trying to impress. You trying to show, hey, I got this, I got this, I got that. And sometimes we don't be having it. So the very thing that you done to get her is that same thing you have to do to keep her.
Yeah.
People forget that part of it.
So don't come in thinking you balling, boo, and you not balling. You was just doing that to it.
Impress her. Done that. Been there. Man, like I remember the cell phone thing. When I bought you the pink cell phone.
Oh, you bought me a couple cell phones. You was just
that first one, that pink one.
Yeah, and that after learning each other and working with each other, we found out that he had wasn't what he was saying he had. He was just trying to do that to keep me. What was that said?
Well, Denise said something. Let's see what Denise said. What's up, Mr. Clark? How you doing? Mr. Bobby.
We're trying to answer y'all questions too.
I forget what Denise said. It's going so fast.
Right.
Got a question, but I'm all for the questions.
So we're just trying to work with it.
Okay. Denise said, we did pastor marriage counseling before the wedding, which made us really think and get real about what we need to face.
Oh,
There it is.
We took counseling too.
But
we took a couple counseling sessions.
We took like 20.
It's work.
We took 20 and now we're teaching it. So
we took a couple of those. We had to take some, because before they could even marry us, we had to take one with the pastor. And it was, you're right. And I think a lot of people should do that. And a lot of people don't. They just jump and just go ahead and get in it. But it's still, you want to do some counseling, just see where you at. But we were talking about that honeymoon stage where you was playing off, this big baller.
Well, I wasn't a big baller. I was like right underneath the 12th man down on the NBA bench. I was like one of those.
Right.
Right. Didn't have it, but you want to. And that's like when you meet certain friends, you want to
turn off the water.
You want to try to impress them.
It's real life.
So, but what really, I guess, made me fall in love with it was like after all of the stuff I said I had that I didn't have, I know she was like a few cuss words in there, but look, we right here sitting together. We right here still together.
We got some comments. What were we saying?
My opinion, it's always been more about being committed to the process rather than having this I'm so in love feeling. That's deep. Let me read it again. And I love the way he put it, in my opinion, because how that
I think you should, because the process, because love do fade sometimes. Love don't pay the bills. You know what I'm saying? Love do, but you got to stay in it when it falls, and then you got to come back in it and fall back in love. It's like you constantly on this
reinvent yourself. Relationship.
Yeah. Because after so many years, you change. That person changed. I ain't the same Leah that he met.
By far.
Oh, I'm totally different.
That's another
totally different. So you gotta fall in love with that person again, because she wasn't that person. I didn't grow. We were young getting married. We was young. Hey y'all. Hey. So you gotta. You're changing all the time.
Right.
You're changing all the time. You seeing your kids grow into who they becoming, and you trying to help them, and we trying to help each other. So it's like I get that what he's saying. I get what he's saying.
Yeah, it's a balance.
It is. Everything is a balance. It's a yin and a yang to everything.
Right.
And that's just it.
Right. So let's say, okay, let's put a scenario. Let's do a scenario real quick. So let's say John and Joe. Not John and Joe. Well, John and Joe, that's what you choose. I respect it. Let's say John and Jill, they get married, right? So, but let's say that it's on the other foot. Let's say that the man cares more about the wedding than the woman. Then how does that work out? Let's say the man be like, I'm gonna get this nice tux, and we have a lot of different, people. So he says, I'm going to get my tux. What if he cares more about the wedding than the woman?
Yes, it is about growth and involvement together. Yes.
That's my little brother. Mr. Rayford.
It is. I'm telling you, growth is everything. Okay, a caterpillar comes to a butterfly. It's growth. That's all it is in a marriage.
Okay, speaking of, how do you grow though? How do you grow if the other person? Okay, let's say first of all, nobody's here. Nobody's ever here. But let's say you're here and the other person's down here. How do you get that person to where you want them to be at?
Well, I can't get you to where you want to be. You gotta want to be where you gotta get to. So I can't just be like, this is where I want you to be. We gotta work together. It's just like with a plant to grow and get nurtured. You gotta nurture it. You gotta give it some sunshine. You gotta love on it. And a lot of times I talk to my plants. Talk to them and tell them, hey, you the bomb. You can do it. You can do it. So a lot of things like whatever you put in. My thing is, I notice people that when they like something, they want something, they put in the work for those things. And with a marriage, you put in the work for those things too. say you want that car, right? And that person be trying to just really, they saving their money and to get this car, and they get the car, they make sure it's just crispy all the time, clean. They just nurturing this car, loving this car, make sure it ain't no scratches and all this. They make, even when they driving it, they make sure it's all good when they driving. They make sure ain't nobody running up on them. You do the same thing in a marriage. You should want that too, since you're putting it all. Cause I'm a human just like you. We human. We put in so much in other places. But this right here, and if you get married or in a relationship, you want to put in some work in what you got. Cause you're gonna put in your work in somewhere else. You surely will. You'll put in work at the club, put in work going to the liquor store, get your liquor. You'll put in work for all the things that you want. Put in work in your relationship.
Or another person. That's another segment, huh?
You put in work in yourself too. Don't forget about yourself now. Love yourself, because that help you love him or her. Love yourself. Put in some work. Know who you are, because a lot of times too, we keep switching up. A lot of times we get in a relationship, okay, and then not be loving us, but we want them to love us so much that we don't even love ourselves. Hi.
My sister put yes.
Yeah, hi.
Somebody said something. Dougie said, does exchanging phones for a day?
Share, everybody. Share. Let's get out there. We got cameras everywhere. We got YouTube, Instagram. Podcast. Yeah. I'm trying to keep up with the cameras, y'all.
She preaching black. Dougie said, does changing his phones for a day or any day is any growth if you change the phones for a day? That just depends on where you got in your relationship.
I'm used to changing the phones for a day.
Yeah,
what you mean, like turning it off?
No, change it for. I give you my phone. You give me my phone. Dougie's special. He's a special guy. He's very special.
Oh, okay. I mean, communication and listening to one another. That's true. I mean, I think communication is the biggest thing. Like the biggest thing. He don't know what you thinking about. She don't know what you thinking about. Talk it. Talk it. I don't understand that.
You have to love yourself.
I didn't heard people say, "Well, I thought he would have known." Well, I thought he would have known what? You didn't tell it. What you mean? You thought he would have known to buy you some flowers on Valentine's Day. He didn't know. You didn't tell him.
Cause I know with you, if I bring flowers, you ain't really into flowers.
I don't want flowers die. Okay, give me something that's gonna last. I take some flowers. Don't get me wrong, but you know I'm not really into flowers like that.
Right.
I like plants now, but you come give me some flowers. What's his name? Andre 300 said roses smell like boo boo.
Communication is definitely key. Miss Phillips, she always say what you always say. She just said.
She said you have to love yourself first before you can, and that's true. And you totally do, because like I was saying, see, I was getting to that. She brought me back.
Look at God. Yes.
Yes, I was getting to that because a lot of us really don't know communication and
That's the book we taught out of.
Oh yeah.
Each other love. All right,
no,
we find each other love language.
That was the 5 love languages. The book that we read. We taught on that too at church.
Love language.
And the love language. I think people should know each other love language. I'm a person. I like cleanliness. I like somebody to do some cleaning. I like gifts.
Say that. You say that. Could you say that 5 more times, please?
I like gifts. I like what else was it? It was gifts. I like
affection was your last one because you had 3, but affection was your. And that don't necessarily mean
I affection, and then I like the spending time. One thing, but that should have been number 1. I was shocked that wasn't number 1 on my list. But I like really spending time with my partner, my mate. I really do. I think you should always have date nights. I think you should just do. I don't care if you don't got money. Do something, cook a meal, sit out on the back porch and talk. I just like talking to him. I like having pillow talking. We just sit there and we just talk, and
I didn't know that though at first. You know what I mean? I didn't like a lot of dudes that sit there and be like, oh, I know this. Look, I'm that guy. She taught me a lot of stuff, man. Like, I'm eternally grateful. Like I learned
likewise,
so much.
You taught me too.
I learned like I didn't know that it was, you know, all about spending time all the time. You know, I'm thinking I'm a football guy, so you know, my thing was.
She said, "How long should we date before he asks to marry?"
As soon as we done talking about football, you know, I'm just like, how long should you date before they? That's.
I really think that's up to you.
Yeah, that's on you. Like if you at where you need to be at within your relationship, then that's, you know, it can be one day, it can be 20. Nah, you gotta put a cap on it though. You gotta put a time on it, because if you put 20 years, then.
Because I done heard people say, I fell in love the first day I met them. And it's like, okay, that's on you. With us, it was 3 months.
90 days.
3 months, he asked.
The 90-day rule.
And here we are, years later, we're still together.
It's food of love language. Most certainly is. That's the way to a man's heart is to his stomach.
Yes. There's a lot of language, okay?
Yeah,
but
go ahead, baby.
Go ahead.
You have to find, like, then one thing too, you gotta find what works for you.
Right.
And also, man, listen.
And don't let people be up in your ear.
Word, I was reading my
knocking
mind.
It down.
I was reading my mind.
Okay, if you feel like it's something and you feel like y'all can work and grow, then do it. Don't be sitting up and saying, girl, you ain't been with him long enough. Or you don't really know her. Well, if y'all feel like y'all can grow, work on it. Right. Do it. If y'all want to get married, go ahead. It's up to you. It's your choice.
But just be willing to, like, what's that one lady said?
But you got to know the work.
Yeah.
So, you know, if y'all barely know each other and jumped into some marriage, work is called work. You might going to be listening to a lot of Betty Wright. She's going to be helping you through. Ooh, yeah. Me and my baby back together again. You know.
Oh, Jesus.
She's going to be over there helping you through.
that go both ways, though.
It do.
Women, y'all be taking us through sometimes. A lot of the times, most of the times.
Oh, we be taking you through.
You see, I look down when I said it.
Most of the times, all of the time. It's work. It's work because, like I said, you're changing all the time. So that's the thing people don't know. They think, right. Oh, I'm finna just walk down this aisle with my pretty dress and I'm finna change after work. It's finna be party time. And then right then, when like they said, when the honeymoon is over, thank you. Real. When the honeymoon is over, it gets real. Because what happens when you got blended kids? Okay? Now y'all coming home after the wedding day. Ooh, them blended kids. Ain't them little Negroes, I tell you. But anywho.
A blended family look.
Thank you, Leah.
It's so, a blended family, everybody don't want to touch the blended family thing. Because they look at it like, you know, well, listen, that's your child. I like my wife. I don't believe in step. Like I know step. He ain't got no step.
He don't like the step thing, and he don't even like the brother-in-law.
That's my.
He just like my mom and my sister. They just say brother and son. That's it. Cause he don't like that law. None of that. It's just I'm your son.
Because what happens is when you put that title on there, it takes away. So okay, let's say DB. You still watching? Let's say DB. We have an outing or whatever, and I bring my kids and bring his kids. I'm never going to say, DB, hey, this is my son, DeJuan Jr. This is my stepson. Smack me right in my mouth as soon as I say it, because I'm taking away from the value of my stepson, which I hate that word. So if you eat off my table, and I bought you some clothes, and I pay your bills, your cell phone bills or whatever, you mine. Especially if you're on my taxes, you mine. So.
Well, it got to go both ways. What works in your household might not work for us, and what works for us might not work for you. But I think that's something that you really need to talk about when you have outside kids and things like that, to bring them in and how to make it work, because you might have a belief of because the way you grew up.
Right.
She might got something the way she grew up. For instance, Juan is very stern the way he grew up. I'm not stern like that. I was spoiled, so I went into spoiling my children. So he came in like this is what it's supposed to be, and I came in this is what it's supposed to be too. Like then you ain't knocking my stuff down. But then it came to a point that it got to somewhere connect. Because if you keep having this and this, and it's no connection, is always dividing. Your kid's gonna be divided. Then they're gonna be looking upside his head like, who you think? I'm gonna just go ask her. But you don't want that. You want it to. What you say? If you feel, I can't see that.
He said, "I feel you. You belong to me." Yeah.
Right.
If I feed you, belong to me. That's my motto. You already know, DB. I've been saying that.
Right.
That's just the way I feel. Like if you have to touch and amen, touch and agree.
I'm trying to read, girl. I'm trying to read this so far. What is that? I feel the same way about my nephew.
He may not be my blood, but he's my nephew. Y'all, you're definitely right. He definitely your nephew. That's man,
how it is.
Look, listen. Family is man, and the thing is, I thought I knew family. You gotta remember, I grew up, dad.
Yes.
Brothers. So there's four of us total. My two brothers, me, and my dad. That's all I knew was my dad and my brothers.
Right.
But then I got married. She showed me a whole nother thing. Family is one of the most important things in this world. If you ever look at any organization you belong to, whether it's a fraternity, a sorority, or anything like that, they always say, God, family, work.
Right.
Which is so key, because without family, we ain't nothing. We ain't nothing. So my wife had to teach me family, because I didn't know.
That's what's up, yeah. Family is everything, you know, your kids, your immediate family, and your, is everything too. I think with Juan, you know, he came in and he was noticing like we have gatherings a lot. You know, we do a lot of things with our family, and we would have cookouts or dinner. We go over to mom's house, eat, and those things. And he was just like, man, y'all spend a lot of time. We do, and I think that's something that's, amen, because families. I think that's something that you should do, you know, because when your kids get older, you gonna want them to come around with their kids.
Right.
You gonna want them to be around. You ain't gonna want them. Oh, I'm so glad they out of my. Well, we will be happy when they out, but we gonna want to see them too. We gonna want to see them when they older. We want to see our grandbaby. So you showing them what you want. You putting into them.
Right.
For they can put into their kids and keep it going for a generation. And I'm just watching so many people that really don't got families, and they don't got families, and it is they like, oh, y'all sit down, y'all eat together. My kids sit down every day, eat together. That's what they do.
Definitely, we make it a point to do that at least once a week. We all sit down and talk. If it ain't at the dining room table, we got a pretty big kitchen table where we all sit down. Then one thing we do, we're learning to is we let our children speak our mind. Don't get it twisted though. You ain't gonna be cussing me out. You be looking for your teeth somewhere. But we let them speak their mind to a point where they don't have to go looking for it. You know, a lot of times with young men and young ladies, if they can't find what to look for at home, they will go and look for it. So, you know, that part I'm learning, because we got 3 older kids.
21, 18, one gonna be 19.
Right.
So yeah, but we let them, because you know back in the old days you couldn't really speak. They shut up, can't talk. But that's where I come from. Be quiet. But I be wanting to know what you think, how you feel. I want to know, because it's the way stuff going on out here. I be wanting to know stuff. Go ahead, speak your mind. Let me hear what you got to say. So it's nothing mean you come disrespectful now. We ain't playing that. We just saying, tell us how you feel, what's going on, and try to keep that door open, because the way it is now, these kids and what they out here doing and the way they dying, it's just like, come on, let's talk about this. What's going on? But that's what I'm saying. It's work, you know. It's work. It's always work, and it's a beautiful thing.
Oh yeah, definitely.
You know, some people be like, man, forget all that, bump that. If it's just not doable for you, if it's just horrible, a nigga going upside the head, then you go. Ain't nobody saying stick it out.
Nah,
But somebody going upside your head now.
You better fight back.
It's okay now. Yeah, I mean, y'all did some arguing and fighting with each other, but you over here just getting black and blue all day long. Get out. Do what you got to do. Men and women. Now, men be getting their tails beat too. They keep it a little secret because they over there Wanda up going upside his head.
My camera lady over there laughing that men get beat up. That's my daughter. That's funny to you?
It says talking to your kids is very important, making them
comfortable to open up and talk to you.
Oh yeah. That is.
Back to my camera lady, my daughter, she over there laughing. You don't think men get beat up? Don't worry, you're going to be sitting on the other side of the table in a couple weeks. You're going to get your opinion.
And there's a lot of men that get beat up, and I feel so sorry for them. They get abused too. Hey!
Mr. Lewis, how you doing, sir?
And they get abused too. But they don't come out because they feel like, they're the man, and you don't supposed to be getting whooped on.
I can't say what I want to say, but
they got a Wanda over there. Wanda is tearing Johnny up, okay?
Wanda, that was my mama's name. Like, hey, hold on, wait a minute now.
She probably was, no, but anywho.
The bishop is watching, you hear that, Daddy? My father's probably looking at this like, oh, wait a minute now, hold on now, son. The bishop is about to come off now, hold on.
But yeah, they were saying about the communication, making it comfortable.
What did it say? I'm good at the job.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah. What did it say? It finally hit me like T did Ike in the limo. And look,
I just came up with that, Debo. I wasn't trying to say my mother now.
I knew you were going to say something. Why Wanda? This boy is funny.
Wanda probably was putting some hands down.
Look, you see, here they go. Again, I think you be getting whooped. That's J. Lou.
Oh, wow.
So you want to answer that for him? Because I got,
No.
You hear that? I'm not getting whooped.
And I don't either, so.
Wait. It's about to turn. Patio talk can turn into a whole fight. Hold on, time out. No, but we laugh, and we joke a lot. I think
we laugh, we cry together.
Oh, definitely.
Okay,
definitely.
Don't forget that. Now we've been through some storms.
Definitely. But the storms is what after the storm is what you build off on. Because
on our next show we're gonna talk about the in-laws. You know how them in-laws get.
Oh yeah, they be tripping.
We love you, but they be tripping.
So listen, I was watching
We know you was joking.
No, you good. I love and miss you both.
Oh, Debo, I love you too.
Love you too. I just see the love and that's how it should be. Oh, definitely, Jay. I think Scrubby just got on.
Hey.
I love that boy. So listen, I was looking at this thing, I forget, it was a couple years ago, and they were saying, how do you fix something that's been broken? So the dude was like, you got a sheet of paper here. So he was like,